Britton Coffee Company and Merrick Miami present Merrick Miami's Shark Week Special.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very first ever Merrick Miami Shark Week Special. I'm your host, the superstar, Merrick Miami, and tonight my special co-host, you may know him all the way from the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, Captain Joe's Shoes.
What's up, everyone? Captain Joe's Shoes. Ready for a little shark.
That's right, Joe. We've got everything tonight from jaw-dropping shark facts to some wild, splashy fun. And we couldn't have done it without our amazing sponsor, Britton Coffee.
So make sure you grab a cup of their fresh brew to keep you energized all week. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the excitement.
Let's make some waves, everyone. Welcome to Shark Week.
The National Aquarium, home to several of the world's most majestic shark species. Join us today as we deep dive into the magical and mysterious world of sharks right here at Baltimore's National Aquarium. Before we discovered all the other shark species that we know and love today, roamed this creature, the megalodon, measuring at over 50 feet in length, teeth measuring sometimes over 6 inches. I actually have a few megalodon teeth at home that I'll be adding in as graphics so you guys can see the sheer size up close. But this is a massive animal, and many will argue that they are no longer in existence. However, I beg to differ. Another exhibit they have here at the National Aquarium is blacktip reef. What is blacktip reef, you may ask? Well, it's a reef, and it's home of the blacktip reef shark. Blacktip reef sharks are identified by their very obvious black tips on their fin. Blacktip reef sharks often form packs or schools. They are a relatively smaller species of shark. These guys are probably a little bit closer to full grown. Also in here is a zebra shark, which is way over there. I don't know when it's coming back. Hopefully it does. But blacktip reef sharks, this is where they hang out. They hang out in reefs. They hang out around areas where their food supply is in numbers. And obviously, judging based off of the display here, this is very accurate, as it's a cliff and a reef, tons of fish, different species, all shapes and sizes, all different colors, probably all different tastes too, if we're being honest. And the blacktip reef sharks are just doing their thing, doing what they do, swimming around, being the magnificent creatures that they are. Here actually comes a zebra shark, and it's not. Thought it was coming this way, guess not. But if you come over here really briefly, here is a big spotted ray. Check that out. Look at that thing. That thing is probably at least 4 feet wide. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful animal. Just chilling, minding its own business, all the way through Blacktip Reef. And these sharks are just going nuts. And here's a zebra shark coming. Perfect. Look, here's a zebra shark. This is a zebra shark. Zebra sharks are actually pretty cool. A lot of people call them the leopard shark too, for obvious reasons, but they're actually called a zebra shark. One of the cooler species that exist in the world.
Big match in my house? I'll bring my guys, you have yours. I got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster Code. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all.
Wow, Captain. How about those blacktip reef sharks?
They're incredible, right? Those black tips on their fins are like the latest fashion trend under the sea.
I mean, totally. They're sleek, fast. They always look like they're ready for a photo shoot. But what about the zebra sharks? What did you think about those?
Pretty unique, right? Zebra sharks are like the chameleons under the ocean. Did you even know that their spots change as they grow older? They start with stripes, but they end up with spots. Talk about a wardrobe change.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, they're so chill, lounging around on the ocean floor, like it's their personal beach. When you have black tips that are always on the move, the zebras are just kind of laid back and cool.
It's like a perfect mix of ocean style and personality. Whether you're a blacktip fan or a zebra lover, there's so much to admire.
Absolutely, Captain. But everyone, stay tuned because we got some awesome shark facts and fun coming your way.
So behind me right now, you can see a beautiful sand tiger shark. As well in the tank behind me are tawny nurse sharks. I believe I saw a skate and sandbar sharks. A lot of people get sand tiger sharks confused with tiger sharks. Tiger sharks get a lot bigger actually than a sand tiger shark. Sand tiger sharks are a little bit more docile, don't really bother humans too much. They're pretty chill. As you can see, the one that just swam past me was just cruising on by, just living his life. We'll take a deeper look at the sand tiger sharks and all the shark species in the tank behind me as soon as we get on the other side of the tank, because we can actually go inside of the tank. And right now you can see a nurse shark here coming. Just absolutely beautiful creature. Oh, and a sawfish coming here. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful animals. I wish I could be in the water with them right now. Just absolutely majestic creatures. Another really cool exhibit they have here at the National Aquarium is what they call Shark Alley. Now, Shark Alley, they have multiple species, which we saw earlier. The sand tiger, the nurse shark, sandbar shark, the skate, sawfish, things like that. But they also have a much more larger array of species that they have here, which you can see in between the coral and everywhere else coming down the ramp here. So hopefully as we get down lower here, we'll start to see some more of the species of fish that they have in the enclosure, and here they are. Tarpon, jack, flyfish, snappers, you know, all of the stuff you would see in the natural habitat that some of these sharks live in. Black sturgeons, triggerfish. Triggerfish are actually pretty cool. Another species of shark that's in this enclosure is what is actually laying here, and you're asking yourself, why is a shark laying there? Well, obviously, it is laying there because it's tired. No. So actually, nurse sharks can lay still because they actually have the ability, after being photobombed by a sawfish, they actually have the ability, and he said, no, I don't, to pump the water through their gills, as you can see in this video. This nurse shark looks actually very surprised for some reason. He's like, hey, it's Merrick Miami Shark Week special. I have to put on my proudest smile. As we get deeper into the abyss, you will find silhouettes of sharks all around the inside of this enclosure. We have the bull shark, you have the Greenland shark, looks like the blue shark after that, then a nurse shark. Once we round the corner here, we have a sandbar shark, the smooth hammerhead shark, the lemon shark, and everybody knows the world famous from the movie Jaws, the great white shark. We also have the common thresher shark, which is a shark that is rarely filmed, but is an extremely amazing animal. Moving on, we have the silhouette of a sand tiger shark, which is in the enclosure, and here is my favorite shark of all time, the tiger shark. I'm gonna give it a big hug because it's my favorite shark of all time. But compared to the sand tiger shark, like I mentioned earlier, is a very much larger species than the sand tiger shark. I mean, you can see the difference. The sand tiger shark is almost half the size to 3/4 of the size of the tiger shark. What is hiding behind the sign? A mackerel shark, which is basically what I like to call like a pygmy great white shark because it kind of looks like one. But as we get deeper into the depths of the ocean, into the Shark Alley exhibit, we get into the main attraction. Yes, the time has come. The time is here. Let's look at some sharks. So let's talk a brief moment about the sand tiger shark, which should be coming right behind me any second here. There it is. So one cool thing about the sand tiger shark is actually they are one of the only sharks that store air in their stomach to keep them afloat, to give them that just floating in water appearance. Now, as he moves, you can see he was coming a little bit strong, and now he's slowed down, and now he's just gonna float along. And that is due to that mimicked air bladder, and they're extremely buoyant when they do this, because as we all know, sharks need to keep moving to stay alive because they need the oxygen passing through their gills, through the water. But sand tigers are really unique in this sense, and their teeth, I wish there was one here to show you, but their teeth are absolutely incredible as well. I can probably add a photo in, but here comes another sandbar shark as well as a sand tiger, up close and personal. I mean, absolutely magnificent creature, absolutely beautiful. Would love to be in the water with them right now. So let me just touch base on a few other things with the sand tiger sharks. So if you can see right here, there's a line that goes down the side of their body. All sharks have this. This is called their lateral line. Their lateral line is basically for sensing currents. They can sense current shifts from miles away. They can sense storms, stuff like that with that lateral line. And that actually helps them also swim. If they're in danger's way, they can sense that and steer out of harm's way. So sharks, they're a very extensive animal. They're very complicated, very complex, much more detail to go into than we have time for, but definitely magnificent creatures. I mean, this sand tiger shark is just absolutely amazing. And sand tiger sharks also too sometimes have this little pattern. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, but this pattern that you can see on the lower third of their body. That's why people get them confused with tiger sharks sometimes, because they still do have that sort of pattern, but they're actually a totally different shark, as explained earlier. This is the sandbar shark. Sandbar sharks are found exactly where you would think they would be found, by the sandbar.
Hey Merrick, this is Chris Pontius from Jackass and Wild Boys. How are you doing? Merrick, I'm here because your wife Kaylee tells me that you just put together a shark blog that you're very proud of, which sounds awesome. And she wanted me to tell you one of my favorite shark stories. So, very easy task of me. And I'd love to tell you one that is seldom known. So, when, I don't know if you saw the first Jackass Shark Week that we did, but we were in the Bahamas, and there was an idea that we invented years ago. I didn't actually write it. It was called the Bull Shark Rodeo, which I thought was a very dangerous, ridiculous, and probably impossible idea, because bull sharks in that mode, aggressive mode, not just observing, are very difficult to film with, because they don't like to really be seen a lot of times. So anyway, at least that's what I heard. But so finally years later, the time came to do Shark Week, and we went to the Bahamas. And actually, it was in Florida before we went to the Bahamas. Same trip though. And they dressed me up as a matador. And I guess originally they were thinking I was going to be doing it like below the surface. So they put all this weight on me, and made the shark cape bar was made of metal. And so I get out into the ocean, open water, and there's sharks everywhere, bull sharks, and which I wasn't too experienced at the time with. And they were surrounding me, but even worse, there was so much weight on me, it became obvious that wasn't a good idea to be below the surface. And I started sinking. I was fighting to like not sink, and there was a heavy current, and so I started drifting away from the boat. And so I look, and the boat's so far away. I'm floating around, fighting not to sink. And the least of my problems is I'm surrounded by bull sharks. So anyway, finally, so I'm trying to kick back to the surface, hoping a shark doesn't bite me, which they're very interested in my matador cape, because there was 2 GoPros attached to it, which are very shiny metallic. And it turns out that sharks are attracted to shiny objects. I'd heard it before, but this proved it. And one of them bit down on it already. And finally I was like, screw this. And I just dropped the bar. I made it back to the boat. I got a little bit of footage, but then we were like, we had to have a little huddle and be like, all right, that was not the right way to do it. Let's redo the cape. And I agreed to do it the next day. And we made the cape with PVC pipe, and didn't put a weight belt on me wisely. I don't even know why that sounded like a good idea, as if there wouldn't be a current that I have to deal with. So I jumped back in the next day, and it actually went amazing. The bull sharks swam through. I got some passes through the matador cape. They did try to bite me. They loved my fins. Luckily, I had big, long freediving fins on, and but this one tried to bite me, and I had to swing at him with the cape, and just to intimidate him. Or actually, it was a her. It was the big female, and but yeah, she kept being very interested and wasn't afraid of me at all. And she chomped down on my GoPro cameras twice. I can't smash them up. I think they survived miraculously. Miraculously. But anyway, so I did it till I think I felt that we got the shot, and I didn't want to push it any further because apparently when bull sharks bite, they don't let go. And so we got the shot, got back on the boat, and celebrated surviving another day of swimming with sharks. And so there you have it. I hope it wasn't long-winded, but that's my bull shark matador story. And I wish you all the luck in the world with your blog. Keep putting awesome stuff out into the world of what you love, especially animal stuff, because animals, nature, traveling is the best thing in the world. So way to be an awesome person. I'm sure you are going to do many, many more stuff. So keep going, keep at it. And thanks for being a fan of what we do. And thanks to your wife for asking me to tell this story. So I hope you enjoyed it. Be safe, Merrick. Have fun. And may all your dreams, your aspirations, and adventures come true.
Capt, did you just see who I just saw?
It definitely looked like that guy to me.
That was Chris Pontius from Jackass and the Wild Boys.
That's him.
I mean, what a surprise. What a story. I mean, the Bull Shark Rodeo was such a pivotal moment in Shark Week history and a ridiculous story, if we're being honest. But Captain, what about you? Do you have any favorite shark stories?
Well, you got to remember, I'm a baby of the 80s, so I grew up under the legend of Jaws. So I was afraid to go to the beach for years. But it wasn't until the Kool-Aid Man came out with a little flavor called Sharkleberry Fin that Captain Joe Shoes was a little bit more accepting of sharks in his life. That strawberry, orangey mixture goodness, it was the perfect summer beverage.
Yeah, I mean, I remember drinking that Sharkleberry Fin, and I used to mix it with the kiwi strawberry, and it used to be just, I don't know, the flavor just could never ever be replicated. But I also too have a shark story, and from 2 years ago now, I believe I caught an unofficial state record bonnethead shark in St. Augustine, Florida. And she was an absolute beauty, this female. And I mean, we went skydiving earlier in the day, and we decided, you know what, we're going to go shark fishing. We were on such a high from skydiving, and threw it out there with some bait, took the kayak out, and sooner or later, just that reel just started ripping. And I probably fought her for about 35, 40 minutes, something like that, till we got her in. But she was absolutely beautiful. I'll probably add a little graphic in so you guys can see her here, but it was an absolutely beautiful animal. But Captain,
how big was she?
She was probably about 4.5 feet, something like that.
Wow.
And bonnet heads usually cap out around like 3.5 to 4, so it was pretty big. Unfortunately, we didn't measure, but based off of like pictures from us, she definitely was like up there for like breaking the record. But unfortunately, our time here is coming to an end. We want to thank each and every one of you for watching the very first ever Merrick Miami Shark Week special. We look forward to seeing you back next year because, yes, there will be a second Merrick Miami Shark Week special next year during Shark Week, just like this year. Captain, do you have any final words for the fans?
Hey, if there's one thing we know about Shark Week, it's that it never jumps the shark.
That's right. Everybody, thank you for watching. Continue to make waves, and let's take it home.
Thanks for diving deep with us today into the fascinating world of sharks. And remember, these incredible creatures play such a vital role in maintaining the health of our oceans. With every drop you drink, every breath you take, you are connected to the ocean. Stay curious, stay passionate, and until next time, keep swimming.